it's true you have everything you need, will you run and hide or go along for the ride? What if you knew that the infinite is thriving in you? What if you knew there's never need for shame? There may be lessons in the pain. What if you knew your soul is so much larger than you? And what if you knew your design is divine? Your design is divine. Take a breath. It's so powerful, isn't it? Which reminds me of gold nuggets. There they all are. Right there for us. Thank you, Jamie. Now all of that, if we knew all of that as our truth, that would produce a life well lived, wouldn't it? Which is the talk title that I have today, A Life Well Lived. Because we're always a choice in how we live our lives. From the moment we wake up in the morning till we put our head on the pillow at night. What happened during the day? Where was your consciousness? What was I thinking? So this theme this month, we're at the end now of February, has been curiosity as a superpower. I love curiosity. I work with it a lot with my clients in coaching and counseling. Because it invites us to rise above a situation and to look below the surface, look within, and release into the world the gifts that curiosity will reveal to us. It opens us to more possibilities. So we can lean into the wonderment of living each day with a heightened awareness, a bigger consciousness, a more open heart. So as we reconnect with our superpower of curiosity, the excitement and the possibility of what can be moves us from mediocrity or complacency, or it's always been like this, it's always going to be like this, to inspiration, to possibility. It leads us to our greater yet to be. Woodrow Wilson, you remember him? You've heard of him.
Yeah.
He said, "You are here in order to enable the world to live more amply, with greater vision, with a finer spirit of hope and achievement. You are here to enrich the world." You, each of you are. What? Little old me? Yes, little old you. So my affirmation for us today is, today I'm willing to live life to the fullest. And whatever that means for you, because it's so individual. Today I'm willing to live life to the fullest. Let's say that together. Today I'm willing to live life to the fullest. Because if you knew that you are a magnificent expression of the divine, I think things would shift in your life. What if you're called to live a life filled up and overflowing with the goodness of God, with spirit? Well, curiosity can pull us in the direction of uncovering our good and lead us to know the truth of who and what we are. So our founder, Ernest Holmes of the Science of Mind, said, "The latent divinity within us stirs our imagination, and because of its insistent demand, impels and compels our growth." It's that divine urge within each of us. He goes on to say, "We are at liberty to choose," we know that, "what manner of life we shall live. We should feel that in this choice we are backed by all the will or the purpose and the law of the universe." God's got our back. Spirit has our back. The divine has our back. If we believe that. So this past week, Reverend Maggie and I attended a week-long conference convention for the Centers for Spiritual Living. It's their annual thing, and it was on Zoom. And I was blessed to be one of the presenters. I taught my moving meditation 2 mornings. And it was so exciting because we had people on Zoom from Switzerland and Mexico, all over the world were doing it. we're all doing this movement practice together. It was very exciting. So part of the conference, the convention, there's speakers, there's music, there's workshops, and it's time of re-election for the leadership of the Centers for Spiritual Living, of which we are a part. So they elected a new spiritual director for the next 3 years. So the recent spiritual director was Dr. Edward Milhune from the Santa Rosa Center. And he did a great talk, and he sent something out to all the centers in 2022 expressing gratitude for all the good work we do in our world. And he collected responses wanting to know what service actions they're involved in their center. So by providing food or shelter, supporting social justice, empowering the youth, so many different projects. So he said these responses confirm that we are part of something bigger, something we are creating together to fulfill our purpose of awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. To all of our communities, he said, whether your contribution is through spiritual education, social engagement, or something else, I thank you for your role in creating a world that works for all through the teaching and application of science of mind. So I put together a binder that I'm going to keep on the side table that explains what each center that he copied, but there are many more than this, what they're doing out in their community. I mean, it goes from anywhere from collecting socks and underwear for the young people in need, to having backpacks and school supplies. Having in Bellingham, Washington, they're earth stewards. They clean local beaches. They restore trails. In Reading, at the Pride celebration, they have a booth and they give away, I like this one, positive fortune cookies. The cookies are made by a national company and they provide the positive quotes, and on the back of the positive quote is their address and website of the CSL Reading. So what a great little idea. So there's many ideas in here. So I am planting a seed in our congregation's consciousness about what kind of project can we do to support this social action, social engagement through the science of mind principles. So I'm really excited about that. So I will leave that over on the side table after my talk. So I'm going to introduce you to the spiritual leader, who is our new spiritual leader. She has a video. We're gonna watch just part of it. And her name is Reverend Sunny, and she's from Kentucky. So the last two spiritual leaders have been, Reverend Ken Gordon was for 3 years from Canada, and then Reverend Edward was from Santa Rosa, and this is Reverend Sunny from Kentucky. Hopefully.
Beloved CSL family, I wish I could be with you all in person to deliver my first talk as your newly elected spiritual leader. My entire life has been guided by love, so before I share anything else with you, I begin with love. Love and gratitude. First for Gregory Toole and his willingness to serve our organization in leadership. I am deeply grateful for Drs. Ken Gordon and Edward Villiers and their stunning leadership of our organization. It is their example of dedication and governance I will continue to use as a model for these next 3 years of service. I especially acknowledge Edward for his kindness and direction through one of the most difficult and turbulent times in the history of our organization and our world. Thank you so much, Edward. As the role of spiritual leader has evolved and we no longer have the position of field leader, I take a moment to recognize Drs. John Waterhouse and Sunday Ote for their dedication to our centers and their outstanding work in leadership. I also thank my beloved Minister Council for their continued support and encouragement, as well as my wife Louise, who always reminds me to do the right thing because it is the right thing to do. The truth is, as I contemplate what to say, I realize I am still a little stunned that I have been elected as your spiritual leader. Never in my wildest dreams, when I took foundations class with Reverend Mary Murray Shelton, did I believe I would be giving this talk as your spiritual leader. At the start of my message, I said love has guided my entire life, but it's been a long journey to include self-love. I grew up in poverty, but I never felt a lack of love. When I was on the verge of dying from drugs and alcohol, I had a friend who loved me enough to take me to my first 12-step meeting. In that meeting, I met someone else who cared enough to take me to the Huntington Beach Church of Religious Science in the early 90s. It was there, for the first time in a very long time, I once again felt the love of the divine. For many years, I thought Spirit had abandoned me. At the Huntington Beach Church, I fell in love with science and mind. I could not get enough and took classes until the only class left was practitioner training. I loved being a practitioner, and I loved learning about the larger organization, so much so that I became a minister. Love is what propelled me to open a new center in the heart of the Bible Belt and call it Ahava, the Hebrew word for love. And love is what moved my heart to say yes and be with you all today. I share all of this with you because love is a shared value of this organization. We embrace love as the self-givingness of the divine, expressing as compassion, caring, mutual respect, and kindness. I believe we can depend on love to create a community-wide climate of honest reflection, direct communication, and compassionate sensitivity to the suffering that is present in our world. Dr. Holmes, in The Science of Mind, wrote, "We do not say everything is all right when it is all wrong. We do not say peace when there is no peace, but rather we try to discover what is wrong and why we do not have peace. We do not say that people are not poor or sick or hungry or unhappy. We ask why these things should be. If the original cause of all things is harmonious, perfect, radiant, and happy." Further, he wrote, "Science of Mind will never be a closed book, but will continue to gather spiritual truth from every source and everyone's experience." The truth is, I don't know how we're going to get there, whatever there is. I don't know all the issues exactly that face us or where the path lies, but what I do know is that there is that within us that does know the way, a power greater than we are, and with it, we are going to get there together. Why? Because we are eternally connected through a love that remains unfettered through Spirit, as our hearts know the truth through our own humanity. I never want to forget nor take this truth for granted. To paraphrase the words of poet David White, the journey to finding yourself is a journey of peeling away all of the identities, beliefs, and assumptions you have taken on over a lifetime and discovering what is underneath. You know, I believe we are all on a journey to the heart of being.
Let's give her a hand, please. It's really exciting to have new leadership, and and we're also in that situation here in our own community, that there's going to be some new energy, new leadership. So it's a beautiful thing. Today I'm willing to live life to the fullest. So I want to share, as a close today, something from Ernest Holmes, our founder of the Science of Mind. And this is from the book study I've been doing with our class, which we have our last class this week. This thing called You. And it's about love. So I invite you to, if you want to close your eyes, you can. I'm going to read directly from the book. The law of the Lord is perfect, and the law of the Lord is love. You are made perfect in the law when you enter into conscious communion with love. Love is the fulfillment of the law. That is, it is only through love that the law can fulfill itself in your experience. Because love harmonizes everything, unifies everything. It gives to everything, flows through everything. You can never make the most perfect use of the law of your life unless that use is motivated by love. This love is more than a sentiment. It is a deep sense of the underlying unity and beauty of all life, the goodness running through everything, the givingness of life to all. Know that good keeps you in perfect activity, surrounds you with love and friendship, and brings the experience of joy to everything you do. Impart an atmosphere of confidence and faith, which uplifts and enlightens everything in your environment. It is only as you live affirmatively that you can be happy, knowing that there is but one spirit in which everyone lives, moves, and has their being. Feel this spirit, not only in your consciousness, but in your life. Hold conscious communion with this spirit in all humanity. In a hand clasp, you can feel its warmth and color. In the exchange of thought, you can feel the presence of the divine. Sense it in everything. You are united with all. You are one with the eternal light itself. The presence of spirit within you blesses everyone you meet, heals everything you touch, brings gladness into the life of everyone you contact. Therefore, you are a blessing to yourself, to others, and to the day in which you live. And so it is. What if you knew? What if you knew that your life's design is divine? What if you knew that everything you need is here, within? So enjoy this next video, remembering that we are all united, we're all of the same tribe, even if we look differently. It's one of the reasons I love this video. And I'd like you to think about, what is yours to offer to the world today? What gift are you going to share? How are you going to shine your light?